zone.
What up, players? It's the morning after with Nick and Big J. Welcome to Tuesday, 3rd day of February, 2026. My name is Nick, and ladies and gentlemen, introducing radio's Big J as the juror. Hey, Big J.
Call me juror number 50.
You were juror, that's right, it was number 50. Felt good to be a nice even number, right?
Yeah.
How many were there? Do you know the total numbers?
Yeah, there were supposed to be 68. Only 64 showed up.
Ooh, 4 people are in trouble.
And so, I mean, the sucky part is once we get into like the actual, decision process in the courtroom and their, here's the jury questions and what this whole case is all about. You realize, hey, we're like in the back row. We're just like barely here.
Yeah, right.
And so I feel it's kind of like the way you answer the questions, and they're like some things they're like, this might not be the best candidate to be a juror, and they put you way down to the bottom. So I never even got a question asked me or anything. And at the beginning, I was like, I don't want to do this for a whole week. That would suck, especially for you, have not to be here. It's not like I'm on vacation, that kind of thing.
Right.
And then it's like when I found out what the case was, I'm like, oh, I'm really interested to see what the state produces for evidence for this. This is really interesting. Then I wanted to be in.
And they never even got
to
Not
even close.
God, and you sat there all day?
Oh, God. It's the boringest day ever.
What time did you get home?
About 4:30.
Good God, man.
Yeah.
And you just sat there?
Yeah. Well,
That's
they
crazy.
gave us a break for a while, and I did leave for a little bit and walk around, but it was a long day. It was a long day.
Every time that I've had to show up, we have been dismissed. And I now, to be fair, I've also been called for jury duty much longer many more times than you have.
Yeah.
But every time I'm there for maybe an hour and a half, and then we're dismissed. If I have to show up at all, you had to be there all day, and they still didn't use you, which is crazy.
I know. Yeah.
I wonder if Canyon County just does it differently.
No, it seems pretty standard, I think, around the world.
But I never even got to see other people get questions asked.
There was it could be the kind of case. Maybe.
I guess.
I mean, this was like a negligent manslaughter case, so it was pretty serious.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
then seeing all the other people and how they responded, all the other things was just fascinating. It was a fascinating day.
You're jumping to conclusions. You're hoping somebody wants to bribe you for a vote on the jury.
No, none of that. At the very, we're near the end here. Like, this is like 3:00, and one of the folks who were in the area that could have been selected for jury, finally there was a question exchange, and they were like, I would just find him guilty.
Just wanted
just
out.
because I don't got the time. Essentially, right at the end.
America.
And right after that juror was released, that's when we almost were done. Like, I was like, oh, but she was in a place that was like, a lot of those people were getting selected for this case.
Oh, and she was like, I need to do whatever I need to do to get out of this kind of a thing. God, it's still that's tough. That's like playing the racism card, where you like that. They always say like that's how you get out of a jury. You just tell them that. I think it was like a Seinfeld episode.
There was a lot of stress going on in that room. I think just based too on the nature of what happened, and you find out a little bit about the case, etc., and it's pretty sad and bummer. And
they feed you.
There's snacks.
All right.
And drinks.
All right. Some coffee.
Yeah.
Some water.
I have donated my jury money that they give you.
How much was it for the day?
I don't know. I haven't gotten an accounting yet. It's like $10, something like that.
Well, listen, then I guess I'm sorry you didn't get selected for the jury, it sounds like.
Don't be sorry. You would have been here by yourself for a week.
I get it, but it sounded like you really wanted to serve.
Yeah.
So,
well, yeah, of course. I want to do my part.
If I know now that it's happened, my guess is you'll be called for jury duty a couple more times before this is all over.
A couple of people who made it on the jury have served on like 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's the way it goes.
And now I'm in it. They're like, oh, he showed up.
Yeah. And now they're hearing on the radio that you wanted to be a part of it. Look out. Look out.
Juror 50.
We got ourselves an opportunity for you to go check out our official X-Fest pre-party with Filter, Finger 11, and Local H. That's coming up on the show today. Need your help picking out a movie for Big J. That's happening on the show today. And we're going to play some music. Let's start with some Ozzy on the X.
Big J.
Good news, I guess, for the city of Boise residents, Big J. The city has upgraded its online utility bill payment system. So now this new system requires users to create a new account to continue online, but they can do automatic payments for their utility bills all in one stop at the city of Boise. The new payment system is a little bit more secure, offers some additional options like digital wallets, so you can link it up to your PayPal account, your Venmo, your Apple, or your Google Pay. They have credit and debit card opportunities, 24-hour pay by phone. And if you pay online or use auto pay, you must create a new account by February 25th. You can go to the City of Boise website to do this. It sounds like it's like a one-stop hub for all of your utility bills as opposed to having to take care of everything individually.
Sounds like a good idea or maybe a terrible idea.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of in between. Either you're going for the convenience, but I do feel like you're risking a whole lot.
Like a possible, oh no.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Like now everything has been stolen from me? Listen, I'm not saying that somebody's going to hack into the City of Boise utility payment system. I'm just saying.
Or just all your utilities getting screwed up at the same time. Like you forgot.
Right.
Or something went wrong or whatever. Or there's a glitch in the system. Like all of the utilities at the same time. That would suck.
It would suck. But apparently it's a nice little hub for you if you need it. Those of you that don't live in the City of Boise cannot use this system, Big J. Do not try. You're a Middleton resident. You're not even allowed to log on to the City of Boise website.
I agree.
Stay out. Big J, the NFL is officially making Madrid a permanent fixture on its calendar. They have signed a multi-year deal to host regular season games at Real Madrid's iconic Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. The expansion follows a successful 2025 debut in Spain and aligns with Roger Goodell's ambitious goal to eventually have the NFL completely dominate the world.
International.
We have gone on the record. I'm not sure if you're coming around on these international games. I still hate them. Not that I don't mind that they want to expand the audience, but I don't think there is a single game I have gotten up at 7:30 in the morning to watch.
Oh, yeah, no.
And so it's
but it's not for us to watch.
I guess.
It's for all these international fans to get a chance to experience the NFL. And we love our game, right? Why not share it with people in person and give them the chance, just like they've done with their football?
Yeah, I guess. The difference is when their football teams come here, they're friendlies, which don't actually count. When we have our games there, it takes away a home game from
we're
one of the
better
teams.
than that. So take that, Ted Lasso, and your crew of soccer jabronis.
I just don't think that's. I feel like it's a definitive
Show up and
advantage.
Compete in our country, make it mean something like we do, punks.
For other teams that don't have to make that travel restrictions against teams that do. But it's not going anywhere anytime soon. That much, at least, I can recognize. Big J, there was a time when I was really lobbying for the Treasure Valley to get an Alamo Draft House. Are you familiar with the business concept?
Yeah, of course, yes. I was there with you.
These are theaters that, before it became kind of like everybody does it, these were the theaters that had the really luxury seating, that had the food and beverage service during
Drinks,
the movie.
Homies.
Right. You could go in there. Now everybody seems to be doing it, so it's not that thing. But the other thing that I really enjoyed about Alamo Draft House was they would go out of their way to not just do whatever the big releases of the week are. They would have
a film house.
Yeah, they would have independent screenings or film festivals, or they would do some really interesting things. It was like a really cool mix of the flicks and big Hollywood movies kind of a thing in a really cool and comfortable environment. And I really liked it. But, of course, they've had their troubles for the last couple years, filed for bankruptcy, sold a couple of times over, and now people are turning on Alamo Draft House because the big thing about Alamo Draft House was they were the ones that, had the Gestapo rules against you. If you were on your phone at all, they kicked you the hell out of the theater. Get out.
Good for them.
You are no longer allowed to be here. And they would monitor, on a regular basis. If that phone got out of your pocket or you checked your watch or something, they're like, get the hell out of here. And now they're changing. They're doing a whole a 180 on this situation because they have announced that if you want food or drinks, you're going to have to order on your phones during the movies. And the CEO said the change will create a smoother, more responsive experience without added distraction. But of course, their don't talk, don't text policy feels like it spits in the face of it. So people are very upset at the Alamo Draft House for now incorporating phones into the movie-going experience when they were one of the few bastions of society where you could go and get a break from it.
Times change, man.
It is. Yeah, I mean, listen, they want that concession money, baby, and they'll take it however they can get it. But Alamo Draft House, no longer an independently run film house, of course, is now a business with a CEO. So all of this stuff is taken much, much differently than it was in its heyday.
Yeah.
But still, I saw that and I was like, God, that's like everything they believe. They've just completely sacrificed. What a weird thing to do. And then I realized, oh yeah, that's kind of what we do if we want to make money. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Hey, here's your first round of important stuff.
Not bad.
Gonna need your help selecting a movie for Big J. Some streaming dumbass next on the X Rocks.
To the old, we're digging deep into the depths of Netflix. It's Streaming Dumbass on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Big J spent all day yesterday at a courthouse doing his civil duty on jury duty. But today he wants to unwind by watching a movie. Isn't it ironic then that movie will not be selected by him, but selected by a jury of his peers? Ha! Welcome to Streaming Dumbass, ladies and gentlemen of the Treasure Valley. We need some help in selecting a movie for Radio's Big J tonight. Going to give you 3 options. Not going to give you the titles nor the stars of those movies yet. Just going to give you the plot description as given to us by the streaming platform on which you can find this film. So some of these have a little bit more details than others, I'll put it that way. But based on those plot descriptions, you have to decide which movie you want Big J to watch. You do so by voting in via our text line. 208-2822. Whoa, let me try that again.
Whoa.
208-287-1003. Text in movie number 1, movie number 2, or movie number 3. And the movie that gets the most votes, that's the one that Big J will agree to watch, no questions asked, correct?
Yes.
So it's a little bit different than jury, where it has to be unanimous, Big J. There is no hung jury in Streaming Dumbass, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
It is majority rules. So that's where the jury kind of metaphor, I guess, falls apart. But we still need your votes, as many votes as possible, because we don't want to tie. Because ties mean that I have to make the decision. I guess that would make me the lead juror, Big J.
The foreman.
No,
the
I
jury
like lead
foreman.
Juror. I like lead juror. Here comes movie number 1. Cameron is having a crisis after an attack left him unable to do his job. Just when all seems lost, a man offers to mentor him. Then kindness and charisma turns into something much darker, sending Cam down a disorienting rabbit hole that may cost him more than he ever bargained for. Movie number 2. Cynthia is a urologist. And so far, Big J?
Yeah.
Stan is an underachieving security guard who drifts through life without much direction. Their worlds soon collide when a chance encounter leads to a growing friendship built on late-night texts, candid confessions, and irreverent humor.
Oh, God.
Movie number 3. A small-town private investigator has to probe a series of strange deaths that are tied to a mysterious church. Movie number 1, Never Meet Your Heroes. Movie number 2, Friendship is Rare. Or movie number 3, Gotta Solve These Murders. Those are your 3 options. Which movie do you want Big J to watch? Movie number 1, movie number 2, or movie number 3? Text it in to 208-287-1003. We will spend the next couple minutes tabulating the votes. We will give you the name of all 3 movies, including the one you selected for Big J to watch. That's going to happen next on the X Rocks. Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name of, here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Let's wrap up Streaming Dumbass. Have the votes been tabulated, Big J?
Hey, they sure have, man.
Do we have a winner?
We do. Clear and shining bright as a star.
All right, let's go in reverse order then. What movie got the least amount of votes?
Least amount of votes, movie number 1.
Movie number 1, I think, is a movie you were looking forward to seeing, Big
Probably.
J. It is a movie called Him, starring Tyreek Withers and Marlon Wayans. It is about the football player that can no longer play football, and Marlon Wayans trains him, but then things get all horror-y.
It's a very horror-y movie.
It is available on Peacock. Did you watch it already?
No.
Okay. It's available on Peacock if you do want to watch it.
That would have been a win.
Sounds like you're going to have to watch it on your own time. What movie came in second place?
Movie number 2.
Movie number 2 is called The Best You Can, Big J. A romantic comedy starring a married couple, if you will. Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick are the stars of that movie. It is a film you can check out on Netflix. If you want your Kevin Bacon fill, I guess you're going to have to watch it on your own time.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like you're watching movie number 3, huh?
Yes.
That movie is... Now, here's an interesting scenario. You have your choice as to which streaming platform you wish to watch the movie.
Oh.
I believe it's available on both Netflix and Peacock. The movie is called Honey Don't, and it stars Margaret Qualley and our friend, Captain America himself. Are you excited?
Chris Evans?
You love Chris Evans.
Oh, yeah.
And so, huh?
It's on Hulu and Netflix?
Nope, Netflix and Peacock. Those are your two choices to watch Honey Don't. That is the movie that you will be watching this very evening. Aubrey Plaza is in it as well.
Nice.
And you will report back around this time tomorrow and let us know what you think of the film Honey Don't. It's available for you to watch. Can I go a sidebar? Speaking of movies,
sidebar.
Big J?
Yeah, let's keep with the judicial themes.
So, listen, I have been telling you for 4 years now to watch a movie, right?
I almost watched it last night. We almost watched it last night.
Please. It's now, because for a while it was off streaming, and now it's available on Netflix, and it's the number one movie on Netflix. I implore.
Mine says number 2.
Oh, well, I saw number 1 last night when I looked at it. But
that makes me think that's so dumb. The whole top, because it literally said last night, number 2 movie.
Well, it can go up and down, I suppose.
I mean, come on, though.
Well, I mean, it's there. It's at the. We're talking about Cop Shop. It's a Joe Carnahan movie. He who did The Rip, which is why it's back on Netflix, I imagine.
Yeah.
But Frank Bello and your buddy Gerard Butler is
Frank Grillo.
What did I say?
Bello?
Yeah, Frank Grillo and
Jerry Butler
and Gerard Butler are in this film. It came out during COVID, so a lot of people kind of forgot about it. But it is awesome. It's funny. It's action packed, and it's great. And it's just a wonderful movie too. If you like action films, it's very violent. It's got some, I don't know, I can't remember. It's got a ton of, it does have some gore in it. So you're gonna have to deal with that. But like, it's just like an action film, and it is terrific. It is called Cop Shop. It's at the top of Netflix's list. I recommend it to all of you that enjoy any kind of action film. Big J, I'll eat my hat if you watch this film and tell me you did enjoy it.
No,
That's how convinced I am that you'll love it.
Sure, I will.
I know, but I've been telling you for 4 years.
Frank Grillo was on a roll.
Yeah.
During that period.
Well, the other one I was trying to get was Boss Level that you refused to watch, and then you finally did. And you're like, you were right. Yeah. This is better than Boss Level.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Watch Cop Shop, please. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your streaming dumbass. Enjoy Honey Don't tonight, Big J, and we will do some important stuff next on the X Rocks.
Important stuff.
What's going on in the news today?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff is brought to you by Team Mazda and the pre-owned superstore. Getting finance at Team Mazda easier than ever thanks to GoTeamCredit.com. Everybody gets pre-approved. Not a single effect on your credit, dude. Check it out. Log on to GoTeamCredit.com today and see what's in store for you. Thank you. Big J, American life expectancy has reached its all-time high.
Yeah, what is it, man?
79 years.
Holy cow.
That's how old the average American will live to. These are from numbers that are coming in finally from 2024. But it does mark the highest level in U.S. history. The milestone reflects a lot of things. Number one, our recovery from COVID-19 and its devastating impact on those numbers, plus declining deaths from the nation's top killers like heart disease, cancer, and drug overdose. Approximately 3.07 million Americans died in 2024. That's down 18,000 from 2023.
Wow.
And death rates are falling across all racial and ethnic groups. Heart disease dropped 3% for the second consecutive year. And unintentional injuries, including overdoses, plummeted over 14%. And so there you go. Now, preliminary 2025 data suggests continued improvement around with 3.5 million deaths recorded. Despite progress, researchers do note that, listen, it's an all-time high for the U.S., but we're still behind dozens of other countries in longevity across the world. But listen, it's better than going the other way. Agree or disagree, Big J?
Yeah, but do we need to get it too much higher?
You're saying you don't want to be stuck in this hellscape longer than you have to be.
I mean, think about it. By the time we get there, what?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Do you want to be reduced to a pee and poop factory and like that's...
Yeah, but I don't necessarily want to die in a suffering... I mean, this is a weird thing to have to think about, but like, you know, looking towards the future, like we talk about all the time. Uh-huh. I mean, once a week, we have a retirement story.
Yeah.
And how that's not happening for us.
That's right.
So it's like...
How long do you want to work, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. I do. I understand. I mean, listen, that's
thinking negatively. Like, positively, like, man, all the great things I can accomplish and I can do to help my fellow human beings until I get to 79, so much.
Just sit down and think about what 80-year-old Big J looks like. Wouldn't that be cool
God, man,
to meet that guy? All the life he's lived, all the stories he can tell.
if he remembers anything.
You can sit us down and spin some yarns. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Big J, the ticket prices to get into Super Bowl 60 on Sunday are dropping. The get-in price for the Super Bowl is about $4,400. That's to get through the gates. Now, crazy thing is, that's down 28% from last Thursday.
Yeah.
As a comparison, when you were in Las Vegas a couple years ago, the most expensive Super Bowl on record, you could not get into the door unless you had $9,200. Now, of course, after handing over thousands of dollars to get a seat in Santa Clara, they're still going to gouge you at the concession stand because they're raising prices by almost $2 per beer for the Super Bowl as well. So it's a supply and demand economy.
That stadium, by the way, I've never been to. I never want to go to because it is very difficult to get into. It's very expensive parking. I mean, it's a hellscape trying to get into that stadium.
I think that's one of the reasons why ticket prices are, I'm not even going to call $4,400 affordable, but I think that's why they're so down. It's also,
I thought it's because of the Seahawks.
It's also in the middle of nowhere, dude. Like, there's nothing around. Like, Santa Clarita is
like
nowhere.
Reno, bro. One road in, one road out.
There's nowhere to go. There's no place to stay. There's nothing to do that's not Super Bowl related. It was a really weird choice to throw them all the way out there. But to have the Super Bowl there is, I mean, listen, the weather's going to be fine. I understand it. But, like, it's just, I don't know. I don't think it mattered who was going to be in this thing unless it was, like, two gigantic, huge teams and a crazy, like, anticipated matchup. I just think this is doomed because it's in the middle of nowhere.
And let's be honest, we don't care about who's in the stadium anyways. The Super Bowl, it's not for your average fan.
Right.
We'll all be watching.
Yeah, listen, right. It could be Pee Wee football. We tune in. Big J, you've asked for it, you got it. Nancy Meyers will direct her first film in 11 years, dude. As Warner Brothers Movies has moved forward with her feature starring Penelope Cruz, Kieran Culkin, Jude Law, Owen Wilson. You like some of those guys?
No.
You don't like Kieran Culkin?
Of course I do. I don't know much about him.
How about Owen Wilson? You like Mater?
Yeah.
Wow, Mater. The studio has set a Christmas Day 2027 theatrical release. Netflix previously dropped the film in 2023 when, here's the thing about Nancy Meyers. Her movies always make a ton of money. They always have a ton of stars, but they're incredibly expensive to make.
Why?
And, because she has all these stars.
Because they're paying everybody?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Like,
Nancy Meyers gives people what they want as far as their ask is concerned. So the budget for this film was $130 to $150 million, and so Netflix was like, nah. And then Warner Brothers came along and did it, but listen.
Because they need to get rid of some money or something? I don't know.
Well,
why are they throwing away money?
Isn't Netflix going to be Warner Brothers soon? I mean,
yeah.
It's all under the same umbrella. What the hell? The last movie that Nancy Meyers directed was The Intern. That starred Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro. Did you enjoy that movie?
She directed...
But that was the last movie she did.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, it was fun.
She did What Women Want, starring Mel Gibson, of course. Something's Got to Give with Julia Roberts. The Holiday, Big J, with Cameron Diaz and Kate Winslet. All of those movies had made a crap ton of money. She's made over $1 billion worldwide, but yeah, she hasn't made a movie in 11 years. But all that comes to an end.
Take
Christmas
some time off, lady.
2027. Well, her daughter's been making movies, and she's been writing and producing with her, but not a lot on her own. Don't ask me why I know so much about Nancy Meyers. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, what? You got a crush or what?
No. I fell down a holiday wormhole like a couple years ago and started, was like, how did this, because I mean, that movie to me is insane.
Oh, dude, she wrote Jumping Jack Flash? Crazy.
Yes.
I love that movie.
She and her ex-husband at the time wrote a ton of movies in the 80s and 90s that you absolutely love. And because she was a woman, she didn't get a chance to direct a lot, and her husband did a lot of this stuff. And then when she took over, all her movies did were make a crazy... Like, for a long time, What Women Want was the largest romantic comedy box office in history. She's an incredibly interesting filmmaker. And, of course, the kitchens are all the thing about her movies. And, like, there's a thing called Nancy Meyer aesthetic in romantic comedy. She invented it. Because, like, everybody's super rich and have like everything at their disposal, but people love those movies, man. It's crazy. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff.
Learn something.
I think you're welcome. We're going to go to hell. It's going to happen next on the X Rocks.
Incredibly up. Oh, man, we're going to hell.
What the hell?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X Rocks.
Fair warning, Big J, you're going to have some questions with today's We're Going to Hell story. I'm not going to have a lot of answers.
Oh, as usual.
Your questions are going to be how, why, to what end, and these are the answers I do not have. I just have the story, and it takes place in France, Big J. You've been?
Yeah.
And it was a 24-year-old man that had to make his way into an emergency room there in France because he was incredibly uncomfortable and in a great deal of pain. And before long, Big J, the hospital realized, oh my God, we need to evacuate this entire hospital as quickly as possible.
What?
Now, there's only a few things that would facilitate or even make it necessary for a hospital to say we have to clear out everything but, emergency personnel only. One would be like a contagion situation, right? The other would be this, Big J, because as he was rushed into the emergency room, he said that he's got some really serious problems. He can't sit, he can't bend over, he can't sit down. Everything hurts. And so they go, okay, what's going on? And he says, I have a large object up my rectum. Problem number one, right?
Okay, yeah.
And so they're like, okay, you want to talk to us a little bit about that? And he's like, nah, sure. How do I put this? It's a 8-inch by 5-inch shell from 1918 that was used in World War I. And they're like, what? So yes, inside this guy's backyard was a shell that apparently he had found somewhere that was discarded from World War I. And so
you want to be one with World War I? What the hell?
From 1918. I don't know. But it's lodged inside him at this point, and it's stuck in, like it's not protruding out. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they need to contact the surgeons and the bomb squad because this is an active shell that could possibly explode, detonate, do something if it's like poked or prodded the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the fire brigade showed up and the bomb squad showed up and they evacuated the facility. Surgeons had to conduct an emergency surgery, but it was a live 8-inch by 5-inch bombshell from 1918 that was, at least according to the Sun, now granted this is the Sun, but it apparently was completely rusted over as well. And so, I mean, it's from 1918, so it's old and it's retro munition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was pointed, and so it was crazy. Now, unclear how the antique ended up in the man's backyard, but they suspected that the combustible could have been the result of a stunt gone awry or something else. But the basically it didn't feel like the gentleman wanted it there. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like a pleasure thing that had gone too far. Something had gone wrong. So it's not great. Of course, this particular shell were used during the First World War by the Imperial German Army. They deployed hundreds of thousands against the British and French armies across the Western Front from 1914 to 1918, which is why still to this day, sometimes they find these munitions in empty fields or whatever. It's just some of those things that happen.
Yeah.
They're usually date stamped, and that's how they knew this one was from 1918 that was up there. So I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know what the point was. I just know that this guy had a live, munition from 1918 stuck up his backyard. I would say do not recommend.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I mean, there's plenty other things out there
that you can put in your backyard.
You shouldn't. But, let's keep out the explosives, huh?
Yeah. It's a bad idea all the way around. I mean, you make a lot of dumb decisions in your 20s. That's way up there, though. Way up there. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your We're Going to Hell story. It is the X Rocks. A romantic song by Volbeat to talk about a romantic subject here on the morning after with Nick and Big J on the X Rocks, dating. Now, you haven't had to experience a lot of this in your married years, Big J. It's not like you're looking for a person to spend the rest of your days with, right?
Right.
But there are, I'm sure, situations where dates go right and dates go wrong. But I do think that dating might be broken because I'm not sure there's any going back from this. But I believe in my heart of hearts that everybody has a series of red flags, right? Where you're out with somebody and you're like, listen, I can just get this vibe. It's not going to work. And whatever those may be, I believe have some sort of individual kind of like flavor to them. But it is interesting to me to see things like, I guess what I would consider universal red flags and how little they impact possible relationships, which makes me think.
How little they
impact? Well, I mean, not what I expect. How about this?
Okay.
There is a survey out there that they're talking about maybe bad habits that somebody has that you would consider a red flag. And, there are things that are really high up there, like they have body odor or they have really bad breath or they don't, have clean clothes. These are things where like universally we can go, I don't know, man. I'd rather have somebody that takes care of themselves, not necessarily body type, but it's more about like this person doesn't seem to give a bleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you get into other things that maybe you're like, okay, shouldn't more people be against this? It's pretty interesting to figure it out. I'm talking about like illegal substances, Big J. So the purpose of it was to try to find out how much of a red flag smoking pot is in the year 2026, right?
A red flag?
Yeah, because, I mean, listen, there are some people that are still against it, but in majority of states it is considered legal, and so they're not breaking the law if they partake in it, but it's not for everybody, right?
Sure.
And it turns out that marijuana is about a 25% red flag. So 25% of people out there just don't want to be with somebody that smokes pot. But obviously, those numbers go down.
Drunkards.
Here's the interesting thing. Alcohol is 22%, the only thing less than marijuana on this list.
Oh, interesting.
So there are people that vehemently don't want somebody that drinks or has some trauma in their past that don't want to be with somebody that drinks alcohol, or they have gotten out of that scene, so would prefer to be with somebody that doesn't drink themselves. That's understandable. 22%, pretty high number, but you know what? What are you going to do? Then you get into other things where you're like, shouldn't this be higher? When I talk about like misusing prescription drugs, that was one of the things, right? So not on prescription drugs, but this person is misusing the prescription drugs that they're supposed to be on. 58% say that's a red flag. And this is just somebody you're dating now, right? Not somebody that you're committed to that clearly has a problem that you want to help see through this. This is like, this person is just downing.
What's the age demographic on this?
It doesn't say.
Because I would get that in your 20s.
But even still, you think. And then, okay, here's the coup de grace.
Like, you take a few extra pills here and there? No biggie.
High risk illicit drug use red flag, 71%. Which means 29% people are totally cool with you doing heroin.
Well, sure, but they're also probably heroin addicts.
I guess, but I would that's crazy. I don't think 29% of the people are using that on a regular basis, but I would think that would be higher. Here's what's crazier. You know what's higher than all of that? Smoking cigarettes. That's at 78%.
Oh, yeah. It's disgusting.
Right. That's gross. Heroin, cool. Smoking cigarettes, disgusting.
I don't know,
Get out of my face.
is cool.
Well, I mean, it's cooler than smoking. If 78% are cool with you smoking or not cool with you smoking and 73% are not cool with you doing heroin, heroin wins, which is crazy to me.
Heroin should win.
That's insane. This is why I think it's broken. I think our priorities are messed up. Not that any of those things are great. I'm just saying it's weird that we got cigarettes beating heroin by 7%.
Are you sure it wasn't a survey? It was like for desperate people?
No, it did not. It did not give me the measure of desperateness in the people that answered the survey.
Because I mean, after a certain period of time, you'd be kind of desperate. Like, they do heroin, but
yeah, there wasn't a number here that said how many people would just take whatever the hell they could get. So I do not know what that number is in this survey, but it's bonkers to me. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Coming up in a few minutes, some important stuff. Hey, let's not forget we got your Pop Culture Smackdown returning today as well. It's the X Rocks.
Man, she a legend.
Important stuff.
What's going on in the news today?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Big J, we live in a world surrounded by lies. We can agree on that, right?
Lies.
It hits us at every single angle. But what if I told you we love it?
We do?
Oh, yeah.
I know.
When given a choice between somebody that would lie to you to spare your feelings or brutal truth-telling, we take lies every single time. Sat down with about 80,000 Americans and asked them that kind of question, especially when it came to you, like personally. Things about you. Would you rather be somebody was kind and told you a lie about it, or would you rather somebody told you the truth? And it turns out that 69% of us say, hey, listen, give me that lie. I'm not in this conversation for bad news. Give me something that makes me feel good about myself. I already feel bad. I don't want any of this brutal truth stuff. Now, of course, that is because most of us struggle with criticism, Big J. You can understand that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ego plays a part in that. Self-doubt plays a part in that. Our own mental health plays a part in that. And so when we hear some criticism, we automatically think the worst about it. And then that turns into a sea of doubt and shame and terribleness. And so none of us want to experience that. So we'd rather somebody look at us in our eyes and go, you know what? Good job, man. Even when it wasn't a good job. Because then we can turn our back on the conversation and go, yeah, all right, I guess they liked it. I thought it was crap, but whatever, man. Participants rated social lies as a big thing they look for in moral character. They think that makes you a good person. That's not great.
No, it's the opposite.
I know. It's really, we are. I don't understand it. We just like hearing good things about ourselves. I think we are in a society of narcissists, Big J. Agree or disagree?
Yeah.
You want to shower me with good things about myself, whether they're true or not, I will take them. The second you give me any kind of critical feedback that may be true, you're a bad person. I don't want to hear, and why can't you just let me live my life? What the bleep? So obviously, Big J, that old homage we heard growing up, honesty is the best policy, is not true when it comes to criticism for our own personal stuff. So something to keep in mind. Somebody would rather have you lie to them than hear the truth about things. And that's probably a problem, Big J, but more their fault than yours, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So you just need to be the bearer of good news all the time, all right?
Okay.
For the first time in the history of the Super Bowl, Big J, Alcatraz Island will host a live television broadcast.
Oh.
That's where the pregame show is going to be for NBC, the legendary former prison known as
The Rock.
We'll bring Tony Dungy and Rodney Harrison to it, blending football analysis with the look at the island's storied past as a military base, and then a site for civil rights activism, and then basically the tourist destination that it is today. So if you've never had a chance to see The Rock live, you'll be able to see it on TV in TV form. Does that interest you in any way, Big?
NBC, no.
Oh, it's more about the people than it is the topic itself?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Who would you rather have be on The Rock?
I would be watching the ESPN.
Got it.
Folk.
But unfortunately, I don't think ESPN will ever get a Super Bowl.
Whoa, I don't know. They kind of are part owners in the NFL now.
Yeah, but that'll go to ABC before it'll go to ESPN. They'll take broadcast over cable any day of the week. But
I mean, ABC and ESPN are one of the same.
I get it. But ABC doesn't currently have, outside of Monday Night Football, the NFL opportunity, right? It rotates between.
Well, despite them not having a Super Bowl, they still do all the pregame stuff. So.
Oh, I get it. Got it. You're right. It doesn't matter what. If you're running sports, you're doing some sort of Super Bowl coverage. You're absolutely right. Can I get selfish for the last part of important stuff?
I mean, you usually are anyway.
Aw.
So, what's up?
That wasn't a kind lie at all. There was a big announcement yesterday in the world of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, I saw this and I was like, this is weird. We just had a conversation like last week about how disappointed you were and you're like, man, I think I've been throwing away my money at this. And then I see on your Instagram a quick turnaround, and you're like, I'm all in.
Well,
and now you're borrowing from your 401k.
You remember I told you that I think it changed when Joel decided to sell Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I was worried about where that thing was going when, unfortunately, the creator of the show was kind of in charge. I love Joel. I think he's very smart and very creative. I just think he makes really bad business decisions, and it costs the brand in the long run.
Did you have a conversation with him? Or
no. This is just my personal opinion. I mean, obviously, I follow what they do fairly closely, and I saw the production costs and everything kind of grow, and the cast grow, and the writers grow. And it was always what made Mystery Science Theater 3000 to me really cool was it was a Cowtown puppet show, man. I mean, it was a small public access television show that had like 17 to 20 people working on it, and they made that content that brought me so much joy. And when they had a fan base that had money, it expanded, I think, perpetually. That damaged the brand a little bit. And then they didn't really know what to do. And then it became too big for anybody else to want to invest in it.
Yeah.
And then it relied on only the backers to do this. And then that became a problem. Well, Riff Tracks had spun off of that. We've had all the guys from Riff Tracks on the show several times. Obviously. And when Joel sold Mystery Science Theater 3000, he did it to Shout Studios. And immediately, like a week after the sale went final, they reached out to the old Mystery Science Theater 3000 guys, the original people, not the new cast, and said, we have this property now. Would you guys like to make new episodes? And they said yes. And so, they started out with a Kickstarter. They were asking for $20,000, Big J, to make 4 new episodes of the old school puppet show with the original cast members again. They just wanted to make 4. They opened it up yesterday. I checked this morning. It's at $1.2 million.
They're like, dummy, now don't screw this up. I wonder how many messages there was like that, along with the money.
I don't know. I mean, nobody seems to be unhappy about anything. They're just happy to have the old cast back and the original voices back and the regular people working the thing. And just to see that cast working again, it brought me a lot of joy. I didn't expect it coming. I was interested to see what they would do with the property. Doing a throwback, it doesn't seem to be a permanent thing. But it'll be great to see new episodes of my favorite TV show with my favorite cast doing it again. It brought me a lot of joy. Yeah. And obviously, us Mystery Science Theater 3000 fans will throw money at whatever they offer us to do.
Yeah.
And we continue to do
rich
that.
Dudes.
we all backed it immediately, and we're continuing to do it. But I love that it was $20,000 is all they were asking for, and they're at $1.2 million. It's crazy. But it made me happy, and I look forward to see what they do with it. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got ourselves some pop culture smackdown. That's going to happen next on the X Rocks.
Smackdown. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, and the Morning After prize package just doesn't stop, baby. And we got you set up today with a pair of tickets to our much more meaningful X-Fest pre-party show on March 6th at the Rev Center. Filter, Finger 11, and Local H. It's going to be fantastic. We'll set you up with that. We're also going to get you a couple of medium meal combos from our friends at Porta Subs. That will get you a couple sandwiches, a couple of drinks, and a couple of bags of chips, plus in the running for a big game platter from Porta Subs. All this yours if you can beat me in Pop Culture Smackdown.
Do you have what it takes? 208-287-1003 is the number that you need to call if you'd like to play a little game of Popular Culture Smackdown. You got to defeat Big J to claim all these prizes, but if you do, those prizes remains yours. Are you ready, Big J?
I'm ready.
All right, let's see what you learned at jury duty yesterday. Hello, the X.
Hello.
Hey,
Dennis.
what's up, man? What's your name?
My name is Dennis.
Dennis, you're up first. Dennis, who was the voice of Woody in all of the Toy Story movies?
Woody is, Woody. Tim Allen.
No.
Tim Allen.
Went the wrong one, unfortunately. Tim Allen. That's Buzz Lightyear, of course, Dennis, but thank you for playing.
To infinity
and beyond. Hello, the X.
Hey, it's Brandon. What's up?
Brandon, who was the voice of Woody in all of the Toy Story movies?
Tim Allen.
Yes! This is awesome. And you know what? Right in between there, I almost said the real name of who the actor is. Completely forgetting how this works after my day of jury duty.
That's not great. No, it's not Tim Allen. Hello, the X.
Hello.
Hi, who plays the voice of Woody in all of the Toy Story movies?
Oh, God.
Whoa, what the hell?
Whoa.
No,
Using a voice changer on us, ma'am?
My daughter wanted to get on, so she was trying, and then she lost it.
Who plays Woody in the Toy Story movie?
Yeah, you got a kid. You should know this answer, damn it.
I was going to say Tim Allen, but it's not Tim Allen.
It certainly is not.
Man. Why can't I think of his name?
Wow.
I really don't know.
See, you keep saying sports is the Achilles. I think anything.
Sorry, man. Yeah, Tim Allen's all you had.
Anything is the Achilles heel of the Treasure Valley.
How is Tim Allen the only person we know from Toy Story?
I mean, I know a couple other ones. John Ratzenberger.
Yeah, well, he's in every Pixar movie, which is a trivia question to follow. Hello, the X.
Hello.
Hey, the voice of Woody in every single Toy Story movie is played by whom?
Tom Hanks.
Right.
Thomas Hanks is the right answer.
I could give you the names of the voices who played small soldiers. We want to go that route, too.
Tommy Lee Jones. The rest. What's your name, sir?
Brandon.
Brandon, you're taking on Big J. Big J, what toy was Arnold Schwarzenegger after in the movie Jingle
Man.
All the Way?
Right.
Turbo
Man is the right answer. Brandon, back to you. What band features members Billy Joe Armstrong, Mike Dirnt, and Trey Cool?
Green Day.
That is correct.
Right.
Big J, in what movie gave us the iconic line, "You talking to me?
You talking to me? You talking to me?
I'm the only one here."
Taxi Driver.
That is correct.
Right.
You must be talking to me. Brandon, back to you. On the TV show Wednesday and also an extension, The Addams Family, what is the name of Wednesday's brother?
Oh, dang it.
Real fat shaming going on there. That's your hint you're going to get.
Not cool.
I can't remember. I watched the original Addams Family, but I can't remember his name.
Nothing?
No.
All right, man.
I feel like
Thank you
a
for playing.
champion, man.
Yeah, you're going on a decent
I
run
know the
today.
answer to this, too.
Hello, the X.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. On the Addams Family and also the TV show Wednesday on Netflix, what is the name of Wednesday's brother?
Brother. Wednesday. Dude, I don't know.
Tim Allen?
Wrong.
It's not Tim Allen.
That would have been great.
Hello, the X.
Hello.
Hey, on the Addams Family and the Netflix TV show Wednesday, what is the name of Wednesday's brother?
Pugsley.
That is correct.
Right.
It is 100% Pugsley. What's your name, sir?
Adam.
Adam, you're officially taking on Big J. Big J, according to writer-director James Cameron, Arnold Schwarzenegger was not the original casting choice for the role of the Terminator. Who did James Cameron want to play the Terminator originally?
Oh, man. I think it was Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Wrong.
It is not Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It's one of those guys, right?
No, it's an athlete. That will be your help.
O.J. Simpson.
Right.
O.J. Simpson is the right answer. That
would have sucked.
James Cameron wanted to be the Terminator, although he did live up to that name. Good job, man. Hang on 1 second. We will hook you up with the tickets to go check out the X-Fest pre-party as well as the Port of Subs. Well done on your day back for Pop Culture Smackdown, Big J. We got your headlines. They're next on the X Rocks.
You are now a better person for knowing this. It's Headlines on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Headlines are as follows, Big J. Nice job, kid. Not even once and one nitty.
Not even once.
Headline like that, what do you think we're talking about, Big J?
Math.
That's right. Christian Estoque was arrested at Corona Municipal Airport in Southern California on the 27th of January after attempting to steal a second aircraft while high on methamphetamine.
A second one?
Yep. The FBI's Los Angeles Bureau said that Christian climbed into a cockpit, started the engine before being apprehended. Now, 3 weeks earlier, Christian and his girlfriend allegedly stole a plane from Auburn Municipal Airport in Washington on January 3rd. Authorities said the couple tampered with the aircraft's transponder to conceal their flight path during the theft. The stolen plane was then spotted at Kelso Airport in Washington on January 4th before being recovered at the Corona Airport 3 days later. So now Christian faces charges of operating an unregistered and possibly stolen aircraft, as well as drug possession charges, Big J. I didn't know meth made you a good pilot.
I don't think it does.
It doesn't?
I don't think so.
Then what is he doing?
I don't know.
Shouldn't be flying on meth.
Trying to live that Air America life.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like a really bad idea. I don't know. I don't know much about meth, but I don't think flying on meth would be a good idea. But it worked out for him. He just was stealing stuff in the process. Nice job, kid, or what an idiot.
What an idiot!
Punxsutawney Phil predicted 6 more weeks of winter. You saw that, right, Big J?
Yeah, well, so great. I'll take it.
Unfortunately,
it's been pretty nice around here.
That likely means 6 more weeks of winter idiots like this guy in Massachusetts. Now, growing up in New England, you would think you're used to having some bad winters, right?
Yeah.
And you would know a little bit about snow removal, but then along comes this guy who, of course, in Milton, Massachusetts, they got hit with more than a foot worth of snow. And, of course, that's a lot. And then with the really cold temperatures, none of it was melting, right? So he's like, listen, I got to get this snow off the roof. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to climb up there with my blowtorch.
Oh, God.
And I'm going to melt the snow on top of this house. What do you think happened, Big J?
I mean, it was successful. He melted all of the snow.
Yes, it's true.
And his entire house.
Yes, he burnt his entire house down. He was able to climb down off the roof before it became completely engulfed in flames. But the neighbors watched in disbelief as his home did burn to the ground. But he did get the snow off the roof. So mission accomplished, but not a lot left of that house to enjoy.
Now they live out in the cold.
That's right. So a reminder, fire is not a decent snow removal tool. Should not do it. Wrap it up with nice job, kid. We like having good news stories, although it does have some interesting, terrible things that happen because of it. But a 13-year-old boy swam 2.5 miles through rough ocean waters for 4 hours, Big J. But he was able to rescue his family after they were swept out to sea while paddleboarding in Western Australia.
Crazy.
The teen initially tried paddling his kayak back to shore, but abandoned it when it started to get filled with water and started to sink. He removed his life jacket halfway through the swim, believing it slowed him down. He was able to reach land at 6 o'clock at night. He alerted authorities and launched a multi-agency search. Rescuers found his 47-year-old mom, his 12-year-old brother, and 8-year-old sister still clinging to a paddleboard at 8:30 p.m.
Damn, man.
The Volunteer Marine Rescue in Australia said the boy's efforts were superhuman, and he doesn't know 5 people that can make the swim that this kid made in the amount of time that he made it.
Well, maybe if those 5 people's entire family was at stake.
The crazy motivator,
story.
right?
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
They're praising his determination and courage, and he saved the lives of his entire family because he made that move. Great job, dude.
Yeah, Navy SEALs couldn't even make that swim.
Yeah, sucks that it had to be in like an awful situation and like life or death kind of a thing, but still pretty amazing, able to pull it off. I hope he gets all the medals and awards. Deserves every one.
Amen.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your headlines. You're up to date on everything. It is the X-Rocks. That's Beck. That is Loser here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. And let's talk about it, Big J. Big game and watching it, dude.
Yeah, that's right. And, Nick, we're going to have ourselves a big old game party at Top Golf. Can't wait to have you there this Sunday. We'll start at 2 o'clock, and it's going to be great. Huge screen. It's like 4 huge TVs all in one.
Can't wait.
It's going to be a lot of fun. But a new survey here says that people are watching the Super Bowl a little differently than they ever had, and that giving the game 100% of your attention are long gone. These days, TV is just one of the screens viewers will be glued to. Now, the survey from digital marketing agency Ad Taxi shows that the big game is officially gone fully digital. TV will be on, but viewers will also be streaming, scrolling, chatting, and using multiple screens at once. In fact, 70% of fans say they'll watch with at least one extra device in hand, and streaming is now a dominant way to tune in. The survey also finds that most people are just as excited for the ads as they are the game itself. That's been around for quite some time. Nick, 73% say they're into the action on the field, but 72% say they're looking forward to the commercials. The viewers like the $8 million ads. Only 1% of viewers make an immediate purchase, though. I don't know how. I mean, they're an ad agency, so finding out that information is pretty important.
Yeah, probably not great for them, though.
Yeah.
But, so basically what they're saying is regardless of how many people are watching the Super Bowl, we're going to watch it like we watch anything else, which is with our phone in our hands.
Well, yeah, but on the other hand, it's like, as opposed to watching something and then the device in your hand is distracting from that event, this is a collaboration where people are taking part in the viewing and then, commentating or, sharing with each other or, going back and forth, Twitters or whatever. So it's all in on an event, but in a different way than we're normally used to at this point.
Will you be live tweeting the big game, Big J?
As always, man. I mean, go look at my Twitter. It's always the best thing. No, I'm not going to be doing that. We'll definitely be posting on Instagram.
Hell yeah, dude.
On the stories.
But yeah, I mean, unlike us with our phones in our hands, we'll probably be at like a bay hitting golf balls when the game is doing something else.
Yeah.
That's because we're at Topgolf doing cool things. But if you want to join us, it's free and you should. And we will not chastise you if you are live tweeting the game. You can do whatever you want.
Just get our names right.
That's right. Spell them right. Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got ourselves some bad impressions. They're coming up next on the X Rocks.
All right.
Bad impressions.
So far, I'm not impressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
And winning bad impressions today will get you tickets to the X-Fest pre-party happening March 6th at the Revolution Concert House and Event Center. Filter, Finger 11, and Local H. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll get you lined up with these tickets here. You just need to identify the clues and what it represents, and you will be in.
What it represents?
Yeah, it's an entity. Not the entity from Mission Impossible 8.
Okay. You're sure?
Yes.
All right. 208-287-1003 is the number you need to call if you'd like to grab tickets to Filter, Finger 11, and Local H. Of course, Big J is going to give you 3 clues, and it's hopefully going to point you in the right direction of this entity.
An entity.
And if you can figure out what this entity is, then you are going to the show. Are you ready, Big J?
I'm ready.
Then to the phones we shall go. Hello, the X.
Hello.
Hey, who's this? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, who's
Got
this?
you guys, sorry.
It's so good. Who's this?
Tyler.
Tyler. All right, good luck, Tyler. You're up first.
Hey, yeah, we bought up a lot of IP like Marvel, Star Wars, and Indiana Jones, but we are doing that. But we're done doing that. Promise. It's all yours, Netflix. Not a person, by the way. It's an entity, Tyler. People keep saying it's less expensive to go to our Japan park versus going to the one in California or Florida. We should fix that. And last but not least, we are the House of the Mouse. What do you say?
Who knows?
I said Disney.
That's what he said. Sorry, you
Yeah.
were breaking up, Tyler. But you nailed it. I would call it a company more than an entity, but okay. But why is Disney in the news?
We're losing a CEO, Nick, and getting a new one.
Get outta here.
Disney's Bob Iger said the company, by the way, as they were going through this, they're not going to pursue any more intellectual property purchases, Nick. Netflix and Paramount to complete as they complete their Warner Brothers stuff. So speaking on an earnings call, Iger said the takeover battle highlights Disney's valuable assets. I don't really feel that we have a need to buy more IP. We just continue to create our own. We'll see how that goes. And then, of course, they're getting a new CEO, Nick. He's stepping down for the second time, Bob Iger is. And they have chosen Disney Park Experiences CEO Josh D'Amaro. So he starts in March, and Bob Iger will hang on as a consultant for a period of time, but he'll be done here next year.
Well, I mean, really what it boils down to is Disney has all the really profitable properties already.
Yeah.
And there's nothing out there that is attractive enough for them to go out on a limb and buy. But if there were, I imagine it would. But I don't think I don't think they want the Looney Tunes in their wheelhouse as well, which is why Warner Brothers not attracted to them. As they have already all of the
only
animated
thing that
characters.
would make sense would be the DC part, and having DC Marvel, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it would just be a mess, a straight up mess. Because then you'd have
anyways.
Yes,
But
true. But I mean, like crossover stuff, people would be clamoring for it. It would be all
a lot of people already
crazy.
doing that.
I get it, but they shouldn't. I mean, DC needs to figure itself out first, and then we'll worry about crossing it over. Plus, Marvel needs to dig themselves out of whatever ditch they created as well. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your bad impressions. We'll wrap up the show here next on the X Rock. Guns N' Roses, nothing. Wrapping up the Morning After with Nick and Big J on this Tuesday. You guys selected a movie called Honey Dote for Big J to watch tonight. He will do exactly that and report back tomorrow and let you know what he thought about it. We had a chance to talk about Big J's jury duty adventures yesterday, and we also told you to keep live munitions out of your backyard. It is not where they go, as far as I'm concerned, Big J.
No. Yeah.
Controversial opinion, but that's where I'm going to stand on it. Leaves you with the floor, though, sir.
Yeah. The 1979 Kiss song, I Was Made for Loving You, Nick. Lately, I have fallen in love with that song over the last couple years. It's surpassed 1 billion views on YouTube. And the number speaks for themselves. According to the band, this one still dominates. It was a song the band for a long time didn't really care for. But I fell in love with this thanks to the movie Fall Guy.
I was going to say, if it was never in Fall Guy, do you think you'd even know that it exists?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I actually heard it it was actually in multiple media spots than the previous couple years. Like the movie Why Him is a big part of that. That song is a big part of that movie.
I can't remember that movie. What is that movie?
That was with Bryan Cranston and James Franco.
Okay.
So, for the last couple of years, it's like I sometimes discover songs that way, especially legacy bands like that were around way before I knew anything about rock music. And, you don't hear all these songs. It's not like I went back, I'm going to go listen to every Kiss song. I don't do it that way. And I just kind of found it, and it's like, man, I love that song. And it introduced me to Youngblood because he did a cover of it for that movie, The Fall Guy.
I was going to say, how many views does the cover have?
17 billion.
Whoa, take that, Kiss.
Just from me.
You really do like that song?
I don't think they have a video, but...
No, but I'm sure it's streaming on there somewhere. I mean,
I've watched the movie multiple times.
Have you watched the director's cut? The extended version?
Yes.
Which one do you like better?
The regular version.
Okay. They cut things out for a reason.
Yeah.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's the show. We will see you tomorrow. Jason Drew's up next. It's the X Rocks.
All right.